Hello, my name is Melina Montano, and today I will be discussing the supernatural aspects of Buddhism. So here are some table of contents of what I will be talking about today. I will be talking about why I chose the topics, Naraka, which means hell, demons, and exorcisms. So I chose to talk about the supernatural aspects of Buddhism because about a year ago, I watched a Taiwanese horror film called Incantation on Netflix. And the movie is about a young woman and her daughter who are cursed because 6 years ago, the woman stepped into a sacred area in a village that was closed off to the public and looked into the face of the deity, Mother Buddha. And in the village, she is the deity that the village people pray to. And a warning, if you're scared of scary pictures or holes or you have trypophobia, please look away because the next picture is kind of scary. So this is how Mother Buddha looks like without the thing covering her face. Mother Buddha is not a real deity in Buddhism, though. However, she is based on Maya in Buddhism, the mother of Siddhartha Gautama. And the film inspired me to look into the paranormal aspects of Buddhism. Even if it is not a true story, many Buddhist elements are seen throughout the film. So in Buddhism, they believe in Naraka, which is known as hell. There are six realms. The six realms consist of the God realm, which is Deva, demigod realm, Asura, the human realm, Manusya, the animal realm, Tiryag, the hungry ghost realm, Preta, and the hell realm, which is Naraka. In the six realms, living beings go into the realms to be reborn into another life. However, a living being will go into a realm and be reborn into something else depending on the actions that they made while they were alive and their karma. Until nirvana is reached by the living being, the cycle will be broken. If the cycle is not broken, the living individual will remain in the six realms. And the lowest of those six realms is Naraka. Depending on the living being's karma, like if they did anything bad while they were alive, they will be sent to Naraka. And until the karma has been achieved, they will go to the higher realms. And in order to not be in Naraka, individuals must achieve good karma by having Buddha statues in their homes, by meditating, praying to the Buddha statues, and more. And there are different kind of narakas known as the eight cold narakas and the eight hot narakas. In the eight cold narakas, living beings will face harsh cold weather, loneliness, and their bodies will start to deteriorate. In the eight hot narakas, living beings are tortured and roasted in an oven. The demons in Buddhism are strong and they are forces of nature, and they are prayed to as well. They really want to be recognized. But there are also a belief in the four Maras, which are the four demons. And these demonic entities hinder those who are trying to practice Dharma and go into enlightenment. The four Maras are Skanda Mara, which is the Mara of the aggregates, Kilesa Mara, the Mara of the damaging emotions, Mryutyu Mara, which is the Mara of death, and the Diva Putra Mara, which is the Mara of the sons and gods. Skanda Mara symbolizes the barrier that results from our attachment to the five skandhas, which is the aggregates, as our real selves. Form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and awareness of the five aggregates that compromise are considered self. When faced by the skandha, there is a divide between ourselves and the others around us. Kilesa Mira is Kilesa Mera is the ending of unhealthy mental states. The unhealthy mental states consist of creating delusion, loathing, and desire. These defilements are rooted in the three unwholesome roots, keep people up in the life and death cycle. Then we have Mitryu Mara, sorry for the pronunciation, is the manifestation of the temptation or evil that seeks to block out the spiritual path. Miruyu Mara specifically stands for the cycle of rebirth and the fear of dying. And then we have Devaputra Mara, which symbolizes the pull and seduction of sensual pleasures, like lust, for example, in the domain of desire, which keeps people from becoming free by concentrating on the material fulfillment and divine delightments. Now we will talk about exorcisms. Exorcisms are usually performed in Western countries in religions such as Catholicism, but it is also practiced in Buddhism. Although it is different from the rest of the religious exorcisms performed in Tibetan Buddhism are more compassionate and not as aggressive. Monks, nuns, and practitioners lead the exorcisms. The Bhavacakra encapsulates Tibetan Buddhism beliefs in several realms of existence. So there are gods, demons, ghosts, and humans all have their own realms. A person who passes away is in the limbo, which is a transitional state between two states of existence. Therefore, the spirits of a deceased individual may truly become a ghost that continues to adhere to bodily cravings rather than undergoing rebirth. So an exorcism might be required. It's also possible for a real demon from hell to take possessions of a human, or they can also pretend to be a human as well. And these evil creatures must be exorcised under any circumstances. There are different ways that exorcisms are done in Tibetan Buddhism, such as making sacrifices and carrying out rites to subdue demons, which is known as ransoming. Effigy, or the effigy of a sick person, is made using rice, butter, sugar, or salt, even silver, and the individual's own clothing. After that, it is either burned or tossed in the direction that the spirit is coming from. And a spiritual trap is also made. A spirit trap is a yarn spindle placed outside a house or tree, and spirits are drawn to the vibrant thread, so it attracts them. And after the spirit enters the trap, it is basically torched to extinguish, so it goes back to Naraka. So a furba, which is a spiritual dagger, is usually used in the rituals. The furba is used to guide the spirits in possession to leave and move on or get rid of the entity entirely. A natural exorcist method used to help those tormented by demons start with a spell or a chant surrounding the individual. Then an effigy of the victim is made and coated with blood or red wine as a sacrifice. Then the demon is shot with arrows and flung over a cliff after entering the effigy. Alternatively, effigy is just burned. After the exorcism is done, there may be lingering spirits. In order to get rid of the lingering spirits, practitioners follow steps to get rid of them. First, the individual leading the exorcism gets the animal effigies, which are made of clay, and puts them on the tray. White ash is put on top of the effigies, then it is followed by black ash. And the skull of a dog is put next to the animal clay effigies, which is put out to trap any of the lingering demons. And the group and the leader, they're the group leader, they all chant together to conjure the spirits and demons out of the possessed individual. And the ash is looked at to see if they see like any footprints from the spirits, which shows that the demons are officially out of the person. And after that, the dog's skull is destroyed. So when that is done, a hole is cut in the ground with the forba, and the individual who leads the exorcism leads the demon to go back down in Naraka, trapping it forever. So that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.